welcome to Tennis 605. We're here at Youth or Family Match Point, and my name is Jesse Daw.
And I'm Carol McKee.
And we're here with Terry.
Yeah, Terry Vanderbeek.
Yeah, so Terry, you're working with Sanford here, and tell us a little bit about your job with Sanford.
Yeah, I'm in the marketing department, and I'm still relatively new there. Retired from my first life as a sports writer. And yeah, we're coming off the big Legends for Kids Weekend, so we're sort of recuperating and trying to tie up some loose ends, but a very, very successful weekend, and we were really glad to have tennis in the new facility here to be part of it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a great weekend. You know, for those of us that love kids and love youth sports, it was just a Valhalla. You know, it was just amazing to have all the different sports going on that you guys did. And
yeah, we were just totaling up some of the numbers, and I think we ended up over 1,700 kids
wow.
at our free clinics. So they all got free instruction, they all got a free shirt, they all, had a great time. It was especially fun out here where you guys have had to do so much work to get up and running.
Yeah.
To see you just be able to play tennis
yeah.
and just enjoy it and have the kids have fun, which is at the end of the day what it's all about.
It is.
So we're glad to be a part of that and expose hopefully some new people to what you guys are doing. And I know there are a lot of people that were very impressed.
We were, we had the kids divided up on different courts. You were here, doing some stuff, and by different ages. And Carol, you were here as well. I had the 7 and 8 year olds. I had a 7 and 8 year old group, and I had about 6, 7, or 8 kids, throughout the 2 hours. We had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by the end, I couldn't speak anymore because my voice was just but we had so much fun. It was just such a great time. And they were kids that I didn't really know. I mean, I knew like maybe 2 of them.
Yep, and there were kids, I know I spoke with a couple of the parents, and they came in from like Laverne, Minnesota, and again, they'd only heard about it, or some people said they didn't really know where it was.
Yeah.
And so to get them in the door and hopefully expose them not only to what you guys do, or just to tennis in general.
Right.
I know at the hockey clinic, which we'd never done before, there were kids that showed up that were at the basketball camp because they still had their basketball shirts and their shorts on, went to the free lunch, and then walked right over and decided to give hockey a shot. They'd never skated,
really?
So they went out there slipping all over the place, but I thought what a great way for kids to get introduced to things and facilities and people they didn't know before.
Yeah, and I saw at the hockey clinic, I did see a couple of young boys, probably 10 or 11 years old, that by the end, they were looking like they were natural skaters and hockey players. It was amazing, the development that was happening there.
That's
and
awesome.
here, I got a chance to talk with quite a few of the players that were here, and a number of them had not played tennis before that I spoke with, or they had played a little bit in their front yard or their backyard. But it was really fun talking with 5, 6-year-olds, 5-year-olds, because we always want to make sure we get their names spelled right when we introduce them and stuff. And I couldn't understand one little girl's name, and she was having difficulty making me understand it. And I said, "Can you spell it for me? I don't know how to spell it." Fortunately, one of her friends was there and got me on the right path. But we got a chance to talk with kids at tennis and at hockey, and then the other clinics that you had going. Let's talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, well, we run the gamut. It feels like a year ago, but yeah, volleyball, wrestling, tennis, hockey, basketball, baseball, football, soccer. Soccer was huge. It was about double the normal number we get. We were kind of trying to figure out why the numbers across the board were up, and we were sort of trying to figure out why. And there's probably a variety of reasons. It's really hard to pinpoint one thing, but we were so pleased that we ran out of shirts because we don't make kids register, so you never know how many are going to show up. It's a total guessing game based on history or hunches, and for us to run out of shirts means that's a real good problem to have. So we gave all the kids cards if they didn't get the shirt, so they can email us and we'll get them to them later. And it's a really, really positive thing. And so now next year we've got to sort of up our projections a little bit. And again, that's exactly what we want. So it was a great weekend.
That's fantastic.
Tell us a little bit, if you would, Terry, about the history of how Sanford and Hy-Vee came to partner on this project.
Yeah, well, they used to do things sort of separately, if I recall, and this well predates my time in Sioux Falls, but there was like a football clinic, and then there was a Legends piece, and then at some point they decided, hey, let's cooperate on this and sort of absorb one into the other. So since they've been doing it over a total of, I think they came together about 10 years ago, and in that time they've raised more than $1.3 million, and then all goes to local kids, local groups. They can write in and get grants. A lot of the youth football programs also benefit because there's a large football component. That piece, the team football camp, which is different, it is a paid camp and it is a team thing. You do have to register. That's coming up next week at Augustana. So there's that piece too, which is a little more organized. It's a couple days long. It's more of a sort of traditional summer sports camp than the other ones.
The other ones are more of a grassroots clinic.
Absolutely.
Just
It's
totally
ages
coming off
5
the
and up.
street.
Show up and we'll hook you up with area coaches, with in some cases Hall of Famers in that sport.
Yeah.
And they'll teach you things about their experiences and their and hopefully have some fun too. That was a great part. At soccer, there were some little kids, that 5-6 range, that were just getting after it, just soaked in sweat,
Yeah.
and just having so much fun. So after all the work that we go through on our end behind the scenes to get ready and lead up to that banquet, and you've got to, who's going to sit where, and do we have enough items donated to have all that done with, and just get to play with the kids, and that was a blast. So it's really rewarding. It was my first time through it. I've seen it from the outside as both a parent and a member of the media, and now to be a part of the organizing element and see how much work really goes into it, and then kind of get to be a part of the payoff was great.
Well, now the banquet is something we did not get to attend. We were otherwise occupied with other sports, but you guys were both there. Tell us a little bit about the banquet, because it's something I do not want to miss next year.
Yeah, well, they give you a nice meal. They have all of the celebrity guests sit up front and kind of speak a little bit. There's a Q&A with a couple of radio guys in town, and then they do a live auction, and that's where they raise the money, because all those items are donated. And this year was especially unique because of the way it played out, and Michael Irvin at some point decided to take it upon himself to inspire everybody, and so he kind of stormed the stage and had a kid up on his shoulders and said, this is what it's all about right here. Open up your wallets and let's raise these funds. And he donated some extra things on his own. Really great. He works for the NFL Network now, and so he had a great package where you get to go and be a part of their team for the day and be in their production meetings, see what they do, be on the set, be at the game with them. And he sort of said, hey, I'm going to give another one if we get to a certain dollar amount. So he performed, man. He had a lot of charisma. Everyone had a lot of fun with him, and so and that was catching. And then other people did it, and the last half of the auction was wildly successful. So we haven't heard the final figures yet, but early indications are it should be another record-breaking year on the fundraising standpoint.
And then you'll be adding something this next year that has not been a part of it.
Yeah, no, but thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, the scholarship component, and it's not going to impact the money we give to the football programs or to the people that are writing for grants. We're adding a minimum of 3 $10,000 college scholarships.
That buys a lot of books.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. College is not getting cheaper, I've heard.
It is not.
But it won't be an athletic scholarship. It'll be kind of an all-around scholarship. So some academics, some social components, and that was really exciting. And there was a lot of thought. And a lot of these events, for as good as they are, can sort of over time they get a little tired and they start to fade. And the people at Legends have been very determined not to let that happen. So again, you're adding sports. You're always trying to up the ante in terms of what celebrities are coming in, and Michael Irvin was a great example of that. And then you're adding the scholarship piece, and so we're finding ways to keep it fresh. And I think all the numbers are really good and where we want them to be. So there's no signs of slowing down.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Legends people come up with for next year.
I know, we were talking about that today. Because you get to the point where you need a wish list of like, who would be better than Michael Irvin?
I've heard so many tremendous things about him. From lifting up a little kid to help him get a drink of water. Just such a humble guy. And Randy was there with a football.
He was really good with the kids at the football clinic too. It was funny. Some of the parents and stuff were trying to get at people for autographs and pictures. The kids didn't seem to care less. They wanted to know who's your favorite player, or, how big are your hands, or like just random goofy kid questions. And he was great with that too. He seemed more interested in that as well. So there's some talk that on the all-timers of Legends guests that he may be the number one all-time guest we've had from just a charisma and sort of a performance standpoint. So I don't know how we top it, but that's a
genuine guy.
How are the Legends typically selected? I mean, are they?
It's a combination of things. Some of them like Ken Herbeck, Tim Laudner are good examples. Guys that have ties to the region, have maybe some friends here. A lot of times they'll have been here through hunting, and so then maybe they'll know somebody and be willing to do it. With a guy like Irvin, where there's not that relationship, we'll work with certain agents. Sure. And then if we book one of their guys, then maybe that agent will get a portion of the fee. Yeah. But it's a challenge, and some people have more requirements to come in than others. Some people have scheduling conflicts, and you always want that maybe it'd be easy one year to get 3 football players, but you need that representation by sport,
right,
which can be challenging. I hope in the future we're able to mix it up too a little more in terms of, I think you always have to have the major sports covered, but I think tennis players are pretty accessible,
right,
and I think pretty willing to do things for causes. Volleyball's another one where we've seen that sport just blow up in this area in the last 5 years on the youth level, and at some point there's going to be somebody with some ties that's going to be a little more willing or have that personal connection. So it's a challenge, but I think it's also kind of fun because you can make decisions and sort of try and come up with a little strategy to pull it all together.
kind of shape it the way that you'd like it to be.
Yep.
And you've got a win-win, pretty much whatever you do there.
Right.
Yeah.
The volleyball was another great clinic. That.
Yep, and that one, like tennis, didn't have the celebrity component, but we had a brand new coach in the area with Augustana, with Dan coming in, and that was interesting, I think, for him because he got a chance to show off to some people what he does, and he hasn't coached a match yet at Augustana, so it was like early access, and he got very good high preseason marks. I think a lot of people that watched him work. So there's a benefit for those guys too, just to be out there and be seen and contribute in a different way than maybe a Kent Herbeck might.
Now I do have family members from across the state that have younger kids, and they found out what was going on here. And I've asked, can we bring our kids down? He said, as far as I know,
absolutely. And
nobody checks your zip code. So.
No, and I don't know what it was like in previous years, but I know in this one, again, we had kids from Laverne. There was like a whole baseball team from Mitchell. I talked to a soccer player a kid from Aberdeen who was here for a soccer tournament, and they came over to do the hockey camp on his free time.
Oh, nice.
And I think there was a bus from, I can't remember. There was a town that brought a whole bus. Also, there's groups like the FCA group brought a bunch of kids all at once with sort of some camp counselor types. So we bring them from everywhere. And again, there's no registration, there's no zip code requirements. The more the merrier.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to next year already. So.
I need a little bit of downtime. But no, we implemented some new things this year that were, a little more legwork, but now hopefully they're in place so that we can add some other elements that will probably be a little bit of work as well.
Well, you've done a great job introducing a lot of kids to new sports, new facilities, and it was just really fun to be a part of and observe and
it was my first Legends, and it was really a great experience. Not just the tennis component, but the banquet component. And you're talking about some of the wrap-up. I still actually have to claim my silent auction winnings. So
they're still sitting over there.
I did. I have some. So.
No, it was nice to have you guys out there too and give it some coverage in a different perspective and let those kids know. Again, that's what it's about. And sometimes you find yourself, if you're marketing or advertising, you know how to reach the parents or you know how to reach the teenagers, but it's those kids who maybe aren't on Facebook or Twitter yet, or don't read the newspaper, and you go, how do you reach them? And you guys help do that. So I think that probably will definitely help us going forward too.
Well, it was fun. One of the little guys we talked with already had like 240 views yesterday on his interview.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Grandparents love it, and it's fun to share. And most of the kids come up when you ask them if they want to do an interview. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Because we did every sport except wrestling. Obligation, we didn't get to cover wrestling this year, but
that's amazing.
It was fun.
Good.
So you're gonna have to do lacrosse now one of these times too.
Again, we're always open to new things, and I know there's some coaches in town that would be willing to do it.
There are. So it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well,
great.
We appreciate you taking time with us.
Thank you guys for having me very much.
Yeah.
Anytime. Thanks for the work you're doing.
And anything else that comes up, keep us in the know, because we're all about youth sports and especially tennis here on This Week on the Courts. So.
Well, we'll be right next door, so whatever you need.
All right. Thanks,
great.
Terry.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
You've worked hard all year. I need you to dig down deep today, because today, everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
Play. When we first learned to work together, it was through play. We learned social skills, give and take, freedom and teamwork through play. There's no age limit on play, no skill level required. Play It Again Sports knows play. We buy and sell new and quality used sports and fitness equipment for less, so everybody can play.
bet I'd win.
Now it's time to play.
Play It Again Sports.
Play It Again Sports.
Play It Again Sports.
The official sponsor of
All those that play.
Welcome back, everyone, to this week's episode of This Week on the Courts.
We're back, and we have a guest.
We do. We have Hannah Olson here from Madison. Welcome to the show, Hannah.
Thanks.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
Good, you?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
Any day that you get to play tennis is a good day, right? Especially when it's raining outside and you can still play it and not get wet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Hannah was out on the outdoor courts a little bit.
Okay.
She had JTT practice a little bit earlier at Augie
okay.
and had to end up a little soon with the rain, but came out here for her lesson. Yeah.
Good.
So, catching her right at the end of the lesson. Did you work hard?
Yeah.
Yeah? What'd you work on today?
My racket drop, not dropping it so much.
Okay.
My left hand going down easy and not fast.
On what shot?
My serve.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Not crowding the ball on my ground strokes.
All right.
All sound like good things to work on.
Yep.
Yeah.
When do they teach you how to not throw your racket when you miss the ball?
Oh,
That'd be Mondays, isn't it?
I don't know.
Monday's
yeah.
a good day for that.
yeah, Mondays.
Well, we've got a question for you, Hannah. When the ball gets caught in the throat of the rocket when you go to swing at it, what is that called?
I have no clue.
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Has it never happened to you?
No.
Well,
Are
we're
you
trying
sure?
Yeah.
I thought it happened in one of our lessons.
Oh, yeah. Once. It's happened once.
Once.
But nobody saw it, so it was okay.
I think I saw it.
Well, we're working on a name for that.
Yeah,
So if you have an idea.
we've recognized that worldwide there's no name for that shot. So we're trying to come up with a name, and then it's going to start here in tennis 605, and then, yeah, it's going to spread across the state of South Dakota,
Yep.
across the country.
It'll
and
get in urban dictionaries.
Yeah, across the world. So we've had one suggestion that I'm not going to offer at this time.
No.
But we're looking for others.
Okay.
I'll tell you what that one was later.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it just is not comfortable to say it.
Yeah, so Hannah's from Madison, and the Madison community had their junior tournament this last weekend. How did that go?
It went pretty well. I think it's our third year.
Third year?
Third or fourth
Good
year.
turnout. Looked like a pretty good turnout.
It was. Saturday, before my ACT, I drove there, I had to be at the place by 8. So I went around 7:45 and the courts were all full.
Yeah.
Really? People warming up for their matches, and yeah.
Well, we
So-
do have a few results here. I'm sure you didn't have a chance to follow the results outside of your division.
Yeah.
But,
She was busy taking the ACT on
Yeah.
Saturday, so.
well, and that's important.
4
is.
hours.
How'd you do you think?
I don't know. It's my first
Gotta
time.
do- Okay, all right.
That is nice to be able to take it and know that you can.
Yeah, it's
come back and take it
exploratory,
again.
right?
Because the first time is just kind of testing it out. It's like,
Yeah, I didn't even study because I was like, I don't know what to study.
Right.
Now
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you know.
So let's take a look here. In the boys' 18 singles in the round robin, it looks like Gray Detterman or Dieterman. I apologize, Gray, if we got that name wrong. But it looks like he won all 3. Defeated Jacob Ford 6-4 and 6-0, and defeated Timothy Ellison 6-0 twice, and Ryan Stiles with a 9-7 and a 6-3. So it looks like he won the round robin.
Yeah, that's those are some good matches. It looks like
Yeah.
there. So
And let's see, there's the 16 singles.
yeah, coming away with the championship of the 16 is Kevin Shan. Do you know Kevin?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a Madison young player there, right? Did he
They're
just,
number 1.
They're number 1 on the high school team. Did he just finish his freshman or sophomore year?
Sophomore. He'll be a
He'll
junior.
be a junior. Yeah, very good young player. So.
Yeah.
Had a tough match in the finals, at least in the first set. Won the first set 7-5, and then the second set 6-0. So,
Yeah, that was a good one.
yeah, 14 and unders. You know, I know this guy. He's from Sioux Falls. I know his name, Chowdhury, but I don't.
Akshay?
Akshay.
Akshay Chowdhury.
Okay.
I know some Chowdhurys from Rapids.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I've seen his name a lot, and you know, so I didn't know how to say his first name, but
Looks like he was the top seed
yeah,
and came out top.
yeah, and
Now, I don't know. They do have, in the final, he defeated Tori Schaefer. I don't understand. And first set was 6-3, second set was 7-6, but they have in parentheses 8-6. Why would they do
yeah,
that?
because he won the tiebreaker by a score of 8-6.
Oh, okay.
So they put the tiebreaker score in. So
Okay.
that's what was kind of interesting. Actually, I didn't point that out with the 18s. That first set was 9-7. It was probably 7-6 with a 9-7 tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
So because they play a tiebreaker at 6
Okay.
all. So
Okay.
And at the 12 and unders, we had a couple of out-of-staters come in, and a couple brothers play each other in the finals. Caden and Tygan Goldhammer. So,
Do you know where they're from?
yeah, they're from the Minneapolis area.
Okay.
Their dad is Mike Goldhammer. You've met him.
Oh,
He's-
yes, of
yeah.
course. I didn't realize I hadn't met Mike's boys.
Yeah.
Now, Caden was number 2 and Tygan number 1, but Caden defeated Tygan.
He did, yeah. So
They
I don't.
also won their doubles division.
Did they?
Did they?
Yeah, pretty handily. Do you know, or
I don't know, but
yeah?
they're
Were they pretty good?
Yeah.
Were they fun to watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like there's a few close matches in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun to have the Goldhammers back in South Dakota.
Yeah. Yeah. They stayed out here on the complex, and so
Great.
yeah, it was good to have them take a visit again to Sioux Falls and Madison.
Well, that takes us to the girls' 16 singles.
Yep.
Lexi Ronning came out on top.
Yep. She's a Sioux Falls Roosevelt player,
Okay.
and she defeated Ella Graham in the finals.
number 1 for Madison.
Yep.
Okay.
Ella's number 1. So I think Ella had a good first round match where she beat the number 2 seed. Did she?
Sydney Rat.
Yeah. So where does Sydney play?
Harrisburg
Harrisburg? Okay. So they're going to be getting their program going. And,
this year.
all right. So that was good for her, and to get to the finals as an unseeded player and beat the second seed in the
Yeah.
first round.
It's great.
Yeah.
14 singles, girls. Madeline Nguyen defeated Carolyn Graham. Madeline was the top ranked in that division.
Yeah. And Cece Carolyn is also, that's Ella's little sister.
Oh, okay.
So she also, I think, defeated a seed. Did she? I think she did in the first round or second round. So
Not catching everything here.
yeah.
But still, good to be in there.
Yeah. And then we move on to the
That
doubles.
gets us to the doubles.
Yeah, so girls division a little bit more limited. They had more boys players than girls players. Do you know if that's pretty typical for the Madison tournament?
It usually is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like last year, we had some dude come from that was really high ranked in like the northern part.
Wow.
Yeah.
He came to Madison and won it.
Okay.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah. One of those older dudes
Yeah.
from
Older
Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
What age group was that?
I think it was 16 and under.
Okay. All right. So good player, huh?
Well, let's see. Let's look at the 18 doubles. It
Look
looks
like there was just one match
just
there.
one match.
Yep.
Yep. Bierschbach. Do you know these names? Bierschbach and Shan.
Biersbach and Sean.
Yeah.
Bierschbach?
That's
Are they-
Kevin.
Kevin
Okay.
and Derek Biersbach. Derek
okay.
is on the boys.
In Madison? Okay. I knew there was some beers box in Millbank, so I didn't know if that was in
Okay.
so that's Madison. Okay. Well, good. So they got the title. Looks like they only had to play one match.
Yeah.
Yeah. And boys, so no 16 division for the boys. Okay. But a 14s and a 12s. And looks like the 14s, is that Clark and Tupper? Do you know them? Are they from Madison? Or? No? Okay. I don't know where they're
Well, we got a lot of ones in here, which
Oh.
usually indicates a ranking coming in, so I'm not quite sure what that means. But
It
Clark,
looks like it was a round robin.
okay.
And take my glasses off here.
Clark and Tupper.
Clark and Tupper won 3 matches.
Yep.
Are they from
Kessler and who's that first name? Starts with a G.
Geary or Geary?
Yeah, they won 2, and then Miller and Wirtz won 1. So
Okay.
yeah, it looks like
Clark,
Clark
and Tupper would have come out on
Yep.
top then.
Yep.
Okay.
Does it say where they're from?
It does
Not in this part. You can go to the competitor link and see. So they might be from because there were quite a few Yankton players who came
Yeah,
up, right?
there's
That's what I
these
heard.
2 little Yankton boys.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good. I don't know.
Well, let's just find out. Clark is from Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Oh,
Cade Clark, and Tupper is
From Mitchell
from
as well.
Mitchell as well. Max Tupper.
All right.
So that tells us a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Who those guys are. I just now discovered how to use this site a little bit.
Oh,
better to get
okay.
results.
All right.
I was wondering where you find all the information, and when I was trying
Yeah.
to find the tournaments in South
This
Dakota,
is tennis link.
it's tennislink.usta.com.
you
Yeah.
guys have the USTA app.
Yeah. Or you can get the app.
Yeah.
That would be a helpful way of getting information too. But this was the only place I could find it other than on Volans Racket. They have
Oh,
a page that
they
has all the
do.
information. They also have a tournament coming up that's not sanctioned, so it's not on here. So
Volans does?
they have listed tournaments that are there.
Oh, okay.
Let's
right.
see. Did we do the boys 12 doubles?
Not yet.
Look at here.
Yeah. I think,
We have, looks like brothers and brothers.
yep, Goldhammer and Goldhammer, I think.
And
Yeah.
Morgans and Morgans.
Yep.
And Milwaukee. and Meester. You know those? We can go
I don't
check that
either.
out. Let's see where the Morgans are from.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Jacob and Noah Morgans are twins, I think, from right here in Sioux Falls.
Oh, wow.
And then we had the Milwaukee. Samuel is from Watertown, and his partner is also from Watertown.
Okay.
So that gives us a little more information. It's kind of nice to know where people come from.
Yeah, yeah.
But it did definitely appear that that the brothers from Minnesota,
Yes.
Hammers.
the
Yeah.
Goldhammer boys,
They did pretty well.
wound up winning the boys' 12 doubles.
And I think just one division in girls? Was there just 18 doubles? Okay. And how many teams were in that?
4.
4? Okay. You had third place finish there?
Yep.
Yeah. So how'd you play?
Okay.
I think it just, you know, the ACT was so taxing
Oh, it was.
It
4
was just-
hours of testing.
the day before.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just tough. So,
Wore me out.
yeah.
But at least you got to get rid of some of that anxiety and stress from
Yeah.
taking the ACT on the court, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't play all last week.
Yeah, yeah, I know. So that,
I
you
was
know,
sunburned.
yeah, super bad sunburn.
Oh, you couldn't get out in the sun, huh?
Yeah, that's what
can
we're
always
for
come here and play.
indoors.
I went paddle boating, so.
Oh, okay. So you can't blame the tennis for the sunburn.
So in the tennis,
This is a sunscreen-free zone.
it is, yeah. Yeah, and that's important, you know. There are people who want to stay out of the sun, so.
Yeah, the older I get, the more I want to avoid it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
me
that
too.
much.
So is it in the Madison community? Is it kind of a big deal when you have your home tournament for the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Lots of businesses, like Dairy Queen, donated free cone coupons.
Oh, great.
They're really supportive about it.
awesome.
That's great.
So people get excited, and do you get people from the community coming out to watch the players at
Yep.
all? Okay.
We had to break out the lawn chairs, like we brought lawn chairs from our house for people.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice. Good hospitality
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
My dad's the president of like the tennis association
Oh, okay.
in Madison.
So that means you're recruited and involved in a lot of volunteering,
Yeah.
right? At Tennis Family.
Yeah, my dad was #1 for Madison back in the day.
Yeah.
Him and Tim Ewald, they won consolation
Oh,
singles back,
okay.
or doubles back in the
Awesome.
day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. How far back in the day? You're not telling?
You-
I have
With
no
your dad?
clue.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Back before
You-
she was born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
it was like 30 years ago.
Oh, well, that
Maybe not that
Yeah,
far.
probably
Maybe
not
like
quite
20.
that far.
Okay.
So, if you played your
longer
dad?
than that.
Huh? Yeah. Every time he hits like a slice shot, like I'll go like 2 feet from the net. Winner, winner, chicken dinner is what he says. Every time. But I can like tell when he does it now.
So do you have to go get him a chicken dinner?
No. He makes dinner.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
good. Let him make the chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun when the whole family plays.
We,
Do you beat your dad now, or does
Yeah,
he beat you?
I
Do you?
beat him.
Yeah. When did you start beating him?
like 2 years ago.
Really? Was that tough?
Yeah.
Like, was it tough for you?
No.
No?
He kind of cried a little bit.
Did he?
He whined a little.
Yeah. And like my mom used to play tennis, and that's how they met. But
Oh.
she's just not much of a tennis player
Okay.
anymore.
All right.
She just learned how to play it so she could meet him, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the family play? Do you have
My brother
siblings?
played for a few years, and then football, and then he did baseball instead.
Okay.
Oh. It's important that people try a variety of sports, I think.
Yeah.
And find the one that you're passionate about. But tennis is one of those sports you can play for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So, and who knows, you might be able to find the special someone,
Yeah. Your tennis. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
your mom and dad did.
Yeah. Now tell us a little bit about yourself. You took the ACT because you're going to be a senior this coming year.
Senior at Madison.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to your senior year of high school?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Now you
Yeah.
have to avoid senioritis. Come January.
Oh, I already have senioritis. I had it second semester last year.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, that was early. So then you
Yeah.
got over it, right?
Yeah.
You're completely over it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So just enjoy that senior year.
Yeah.
Because that free education that you're getting in high school,
It
it
ends.
starts coming with a big, huge tab that goes
Right.
around it.
I want to be a psychologist, so I have many years.
You do.
Of schooling,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. What schools are you looking at? Do you know?
SDSU or USD.
Okay.
They both have good programs, really solid programs.
Very good.
I also thought about nursing, but I don't do needles, so.
I'm right there with you, girl. I don't do
Well,
needles either.
There may be
so-
some ways you can be a nurse without having to use needles. I don't know.
I don't
Nursing
know
and
about that.
psychology are somewhat related professions.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a psych nurse for the longest time.
Yeah,
That would be-
I would avoid needles myself.
Yeah.
And they both have college tennis programs. So,
They do, yeah.
Gives you-
And SDSU has a club team too.
yep.
So does USD still have a club team? They used to, but I don't know if they do
I don't know
anymore.
if they do or not.
Most of
Yeah.
the school players are international.
They are. Yeah.
Yep, we were talking about that on one of the last episodes of This Week on the Courts, about
Yeah.
the demand for U.S. college education for tennis players, because there really isn't that
Right.
network outside of the country. So
Yeah.
if you're a tennis player and you want to go play for a college team in the U.S., you're going to be competing against some top-level competition from
Yeah.
around the world.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago, we had the SDSU men's team come down and teach a camp at Madison, and they were from Australia.
Yeah.
Yep.
I bet that was pretty neat. Yeah.
And for some reason, those accents from
Yeah.
Australia and England and Wales and Scotland are always intriguing. People tend to listen closer because you have to.
Yeah.
Or you won't understand what they're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is kind of fun. So, obviously your dad played. Is that why you first started playing tennis?
Yep.
Kind of got you involved. How old were you?
I think I was 8.
8?
I was really young. My mom still has the picture. She got it out the other day.
Really?
Now they have new equipment here. You know, the balls, the rackets are all different for kids. to
It's
start with.
changed a lot.
That wasn't available when you started, was
No.
it? See, that's how new it is.
Yeah.
Because you were 8 not really that long ago. Not in my dinosaur years. But I think that's really going to make a difference. Do you think that would make a difference for kids?
Yeah, I coach in Madison too, the
Okay.
little kids, and it's a lot different between the foam balls and then the 50% compressed
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
It does. It helps kids get a quicker handle on the game, and
And it's a lot easier for them to hit and us to hit with them.
Yeah.
And it's not even kids. Last night I had a group of 7 adults. For many of them, it was their first time on the court.
Is that the new cardio program that you're doing?
No, this is quick tennis.
Okay, quick
so
tennis.
it meets just 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday, for people to quickly learn how to play. And so we used the foam balls yesterday with adults, and for the last 10 minutes we played kind of ping pong tennis. And they had rallies of 8-10 shots. And if we were using a regular yellow ball, there's no way they'd be moving and striking the ball as they were yesterday. So it really helps with, allowing people to access the game and access the game, I should say, and be able to actually make contact and control the ball. So
Well, it's one thing to worry about whiffing the ball
Right.
or getting caught in the throat of
Yeah.
the ball
Yeah,
or the
what's that
racket,
called?
but I don't know what it's called yet.
Okay.
You almost caught me with an answer there, which was totally wrong.
Yeah.
But the idea of getting hit by the ball has also got to be scary for kids. So
I had
having
a
that
kid
soccer
last
ball.
week at junior team tennis. I felt really bad.
You hit him?
she was telling me about this.
Yeah.
Well, it happens. when things are getting thrown around a court,
So were you at the net or were you at the baseline?
I was at the baseline
So you
and just took
ground
it down the
stroke.
line.
Right in the chest, huh?
Yep.
ouch.
Yeah.
Have
Good
to
thing.
get some breast plates to wear.
Yeah.
If I ever play you, I'm going to wear a breast plate.
Yeah. She can put a lot of pace on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I like doubles, and we were playing doubles. And,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it was a really weak second serve, so.
Do you like doubles better than singles?
Yep.
What do you like best about doubles?
Easier to get the net, and you don't have to cover as much ground.
Well, I think it'd make the whole game more interesting too, because you have 2 opponents basically.
Yeah, and you have to you can take it out wider because you have the doubles alleys,
Oh, okay.
a little bigger court. Yeah.
and you can serve wider.
Yeah.
So that.
Well, cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking time with us. I know we kind of roped you in. We were down the court training, and we saw you down there, and Jesse said, "Come on up."
Yeah.
And then you found out you're going to be on the show.
Yeah.
So what a good sport you are.
Has it been fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See,
you're
it's-
giving back to the game.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about here, is giving people opportunities to give back to the game and helping promote and grow the game. Because it's as you know, tennis is a beautiful sport, and We need to make
It's
sure
grown a lot, too.
and it's continuing. So you just did your part.
Yeah, and she was mentioning in Madison their program and working with the kids. You have like 80 kids this year, don't you?
Really?
We have 26 in like the 12 and under, and then the 10 and under, there's about the same. I don't know about the 18
Yeah.
and under.
Well, how many did you have last year? How are those numbers compared to last year?
They've grown by 10s each.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah, that
Keep
is
it up,
awesome.
man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they keep coming back, so.
Well, you must
Yeah.
be doing something right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you hit them in the chest with the ball. All right. Well, we do appreciate you so much joining us, Hannah.
Yeah.
We look forward to you coming back and joining us again. Because
Yep.
we do have fun here on This Week on the Courts, as
Yeah.
you can tell.
Yeah.
So it's time for us to take a break and thank our sponsors for making this whole thing possible, for us to get here together and have fun and talk tennis. We'll be right back.
Bargain Bites has a huge supply of refurbished electronics. They're a Microsoft authorized refurbisher. Just look at this. Computers as low as $100 and a wide variety of electronics, all so affordable. Look at these deals. A Dell 4-core laptop, fully tested, only $200. A MacBook, fully tested and ready to go, only $200. Subscribe to the Bargain Bites YouTube channel and get all sorts of great tips from super technician Brendan. Bargain Bites, just east of the airport off Benson Road. Visit them today online at bargainbites.net.
Getting recruited by college coaches is more difficult every year. There are thousands of other athletes competing for your position. MyPlayerPage.com is the best place for athletes to showcase their personal and player information. Check us out today at MyPlayerPage.com. Any sport, any athlete, any state, any city, champions all.
Welcome back to This Week on the Courts. I'm here with Jessie Dahl. We had a great time with our guests, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Hannah's a really good kid, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy about working out here is just all the kids that I get to develop relationships with. So.
Yeah, it is a blessing to be able to work with all these kids, these young, talented athletes that have so much to give and are just starting to give.
Yeah.
It's just really fun to watch that. And Terry Vanderbeek was wonderful having
He
him
was,
on.
yes.
That Legends for Kids events. I don't know how you
It
call
was
it
fantastic.
an event because it goes for 3 days.
Right.
And most of it right out here in the complex, except for the football camp at Augustana.
Yep.
Even the banquet here.
Yeah, the banquet was wonderful. I mean, that was just a lot of fun. And again, I bid on a lot of things in the silent auction, and then I kind of hoped that people would come and bid too, but they didn't. So I ended up with a lot of stuff.
Oh, well, good for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got some good prices and things.
I did, yeah,
And it all
yeah.
went for a good cause.
Yeah, it all went for a good cause. So
Well,
happy to contribute.
We just got done visiting with Hannah about the Madison event this weekend, the Madison One Day Classic. This past weekend, upcoming, we have a couple tournaments this weekend.
Yes, we have the Capital City. That's the peer tournament. So they run a really good tournament, and that's a USTA sanctioned tournament, level 6.
And what does that mean, level 6?
They have different levels of tournaments, and so a level 6 is level 3 is the highest level that's offered in our section. So like level 2s and level 1s are national tournaments. You have to qualify for those. You also have to qualify into level 3s. I mean,
And the levels imply the
it's like
competitiveness.
Right, the strength of the tournament and the strength of the entries. So most of the tournaments in South Dakota are 4s, 5s, or 6s. So and they're actually go down to level 8. So.
And if you win a level 6 tournament, what does that do for rankings?
That's a great question, and I'd have to get the ranking criteria out and kind of before. I mean, it helps obviously with your rankings.
But I would think that the points that you get from a level 3 tournament would be higher than from level 6.
Yes.
And getting maybe even a 4th place finish at a level 3 tournament might be equivalent to a top finish at a level 6.
Exactly, yeah. But I'm not sure exactly how those play out.
Okay.
But that's kind of how it works. So.
Well, they have that going on this weekend in Pierre, the Capital City Open Juniors, level 6, and it looks like they will be playing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they have boys and girls singles, 10 and under, and then they have doubles as well.
Yep.
So 14 to 18.
Yep.
And I imagine it all depends upon how many people
Right.
are in, what they have.
Yeah, and you can actually look at, yep.
Yep, I was just
You can
looking at
see
some of
all
the
the
applicants.
applicants
And I'm not going to go through each of them because they do have entries in each of them, but it looks like they have a good number of entries in
Yeah.
the 10s, the 12s, the 14s. Mm-hmm. So it looks like a pretty good...
Looks like some Pierre players, some Sioux Falls players, some Rapid City players, so drawing from across the state.
Yeah. So want to wish everyone the best of luck this weekend if you're going to be playing at the Capital City Open.
Yeah.
And if you have some interesting stories or pictures or anecdotes to share with us, or if you happen to know what they call it when the ball gets caught in the throat of the racket,
let us know.
Let us know.
Share with us.
You can email me at carol@tennis605.com, or you can post it on Tennis 605 Facebook page. Tweet it out to us, but we'd love to see your pictures. And if you tweet out any pictures or put them on Instagram, be sure and mention tennis at tennis605_, and we'll be happy to retweet those and share them again. There is another tournament that I found this weekend.
Yes.
And
Yes, the Mitchell.
The Mitchell Tennis Classic, and if I'm understanding correctly, I actually came across that on Volans Racket.
Okay.
They have a page. Mignard has a page there that kind of goes over all the different tournaments in the state.
Okay.
And she had that one noted as being non-sanctioned. So what does that mean?
It means that it's not actually run through the USTA system, and that people aren't going to receive ranking points for that. But when we were on Tennis Link there, it did say it was a level 6. So.
Well, that was last year's.
Oh, that was last year's.
They still have last year's, but they don't
have
show
this
no
year's.
date for this year's on USTA Tennis Link.
Okay.
So I went to Mitchell Tennis Classic Juniors and discovered that yes, indeed, they are having it.
Okay.
Friday, June 19th, all day.
Yeah.
And I think it's also the 20th. I think it's just Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And because it's not on USTA, we aren't able to get all the information that we can from the other tournaments. But I wondered what it meant to have a non-sanctioned.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I mean, people aren't going to find it through the USTA Tennis Link, and it's just, and the results aren't going to count towards any type of ranking points.
But just fun to go and play.
Yeah,
still.
fun to go play. So.
Well.
Yeah. Hey.
And if you're playing in Mitchell this weekend at the Mitchell Tennis Classic, we want to wish you the best of luck, and still send us your information.
Yeah, have fun.
We'd love to have that, and love to share that information with our other viewers and the rest of the tennis community across the state.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think getting out and meeting other people at tournaments, and getting involved in a competitive situation with them, where it's where everybody knows it's really about the community, and the connections that you make, and having opportunities to play different people, and put it all on the line in a fun, wholesome way. So take those pictures, share them with us. We want to share what's going on in tennis in South Dakota throughout the entire state. So.
And if you happen to be around Mitchell and want to catch some of that action, that'll be at the Mitchell Hitchcock Park Tennis Courts in Mitchell.
All right.
And let's just go back real quickly. The Capital City Classic is being played at the LaBarge Court. And I'm not sure exactly where that is.
I know where they are. I don't know what the name is, but it's down on the river, and it's kind of behind the hospital there. So.
Oh, sure. I know where those are at.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they have I think 8 or 10 courts there, so a pretty nice complex.
And that's really a beautiful park.
It is, yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
Make it a whole family event down there. Because there is some nice shade from the trees.
Yep. And the lake, the river's right there. And did I say lake before?
Yeah,
I meant river.
The dam that makes a lake kind of there with the dam.
Yeah.
And then there's the Laframboise Lake not too far away from there. So,
exactly.
But bring your fishing poles too.
Yeah.
Go fish off the docks.
Watch out for ticks.
Good point. Good. So those are the we're covering the whole gamut today. That covers the tournaments that I was able to find for this weekend.
Okay.
And we covered the one for last weekend. But you have some exciting news here. We're looking forward to meeting a new member of your staff that'll be coming soon.
Yeah, we're super excited. We have hired a tennis director here at Heather Family Match Point. It's a gentleman by the name of Phil Brower, and he has coached at Mankato State University. And then about 3-4 years ago, he went up to Minneapolis to a club pro situation at one of the Lifetime facilities. And actually this last year, he was the top revenue generator for that facility. Wow. And, he has a really strong, he's very grounded, very much values focused, and really wants to make an impact on tennis and community and develop community. And so he really fits in well with our mission overall. And the other thing that's really neat is that I've known Phil for probably not quite 10 years, because we coached against each other when I was coaching at Northern State and he was at Mankato State. But you know, I think we complement each other really well in terms of what we know and what we bring to this facility. So he knows, you know, he knows a lot about some stuff that, you know, I just know a little bit about, and I know a lot about some stuff that he knows a little bit about.
And that's good to have that division in duties, because you've been doing a lot of it here.
I'm really looking forward to him joining the team, and it's, you know, it's going to be so exciting to see where we are in a year.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for the future. Looks bright here.
It does. It sure does.
Speaking of bright futures, you know, we talked about the French Open last week, wrapping up, and we have another one coming up soon.
We do.
One that people may have heard of.
Yes.
A little tournament that they hold over in England.
Yes.
Called Wimbledon, right?
Wimbledon, yeah.
That's coming up. So what's happening right now with Wimbledon?
You know, it's really interesting. The French Open and Wimbledon are two of the Grand Slams that are closest to each other. And they're on probably the two completely, the most different surfaces. So the French is on the clay, which is really slow. And then Wimbledon usually starts about 3 weeks after the finals of the French. And that's on grass, which is so unpredictable, and it's a very fast surface. And so right now we've got Wimbledon tune-up tournaments going on, either in Europe or England, Scotland. There are a few different options for, you know, the pros to get ready and to play some competitive matches on grass.
They call them tune-up tournaments.
They call them tune-ups.
Getting ready for the big one.
Yeah, because after Wimbledon, there aren't, you know, it's really just it's a 5-week grass season.
Okay.
Is really it, the 3-week tune-ups and then the 2-week, the fortnight of Wimbledon. And that's what they call it, the Wimbledon fortnight.
Wimbledon fortnight.
Yep.
Now there are some players that prefer grass.
There are some players, you know.
Is Federer one of those that prefers grass?
You know,
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely doesn't shy away from it.
Yeah.
Grass is a surface, it's a lot faster. And, you know, you'll notice, like, as the tournament goes on, the court changes because of how it's worn. So the grass courts at Wimbledon, the matches are not allowed on those courts except for the tournament.
Okay.
And so at the start of the tournament, you're talking about new grass for the year.
Brand new.
I mean, it's brand new. And then by the end of the tournament, you can see, you know, paths where where the players have moved and where they've served, and if they've served and volleyed, and, you know, that you see those wear paths. And so that becomes dirt, essentially. And so that impacts the bounce. And so there's a lot more left to chance. You know, you get a lot more uneven bounces on grass, and the ball stays a lot lower and is a lot faster. So, you know, Roger Federer is definitely not someone who shies away from it. You know, there are some some clay court players who, you know, really don't like the grass at all.
Yeah. And now, I've never heard of it, but are there any turf courts out there?
You know, there are. I haven't heard of any in recent years. There used to be kind of an AstroTurf court that they had encouraged people to put sand in on it to change the speed. And I don't know, you know, I don't know how long that lasted. Or,
you know, a lot of sports are now starting to play a lot more on the AstroTurf for the types of turf. Football and soccer being two that are and even the Women's World Cup in Canada is being played on turf, artificial turf right now, and there's a lot of
big controversy
over that. Abby Wambach has been a big opponent of that, and the whole U.S. women's national team. So I just hadn't thought about that before. I've never heard of a turf court for tennis.
Yeah.
I just wondered. That might be interesting to do that.
I'd have to do a little research to see, you know, where there are any at this point in time. But I know they were looking at kind of a, you know, artificial turf with sand to change the speed. So, well, and actually, Bemidji State has their indoor courts are more of like a, you know, it's multi-purpose, and it's kind of that artificial turf.
Oh, okay.
And our college team has played up there before.
Okay.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah, not dedicated tennis courts, but they're multi-purpose. So.
Well, there are some early predictors out there for who's going to win.
Yeah.
Lindsay Gibbs with Bleacher Report. I was going to say the wrong one.
Yeah.
She had a couple of predictions. She was talking about Stan Wawrinka.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that right?
Yes.
Wawrinka.
I think so. That's pretty good.
W's turn into V's. But I'm not sure what her final thoughts on him were. She was talking about Roger Federer, but who do you think the favorite is on the women's side?
I think Serena is a clear favorite, but, you know, she's been the clear favorite before and not made her way through. So, you know, that's why you play.
Yep.
You know, you play to see what's going to happen. But, you know, on the men's side, I would sure like to see Roger win one more Grand Slam. I mean, you know, he is such a great competitor, and so wonderful to watch. And I think such a great sportsman, and to be a leader in the game for so long, and then to have that kind of next group come up and push him and kind of overtake him a little bit. I mean, I'd really like to see him, push through and get at least one more Grand Slam. And I think
on top, maybe.
Yeah, and I think grass is probably his best, the best surface for that to happen.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching him play.
Yeah.
In Wimbledon, at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
I had a question I keep forgetting to ask. Why do they call them the Grand Slams?
It's
not just a breakfast at Denny's anymore, right?
No. Well, I think they existed before the breakfast.
Yes, they did.
So essentially, there are 4 tournaments that are considered the Grand Slams. They're considered the biggest tournaments of the year. And the Australian Open is the first one that opens up the Grand Slam season. That's in January, and then we go to the French late May, early June on the red clay. The Australians on hard court in the summer in Australia in January. So it can get really, really hot down there.
Court.
Yeah, and really hot. And then the French Open with the red clay, so it's the slowest surface, and then they move on to Wimbledon with the grass, and it's Wimbledon. A lot of people say Wimbledon.
No, it's
but
D.
It's D is Wimbledon, and so I think you can show your tennis savvy, by making sure you say Wimbledon and not Wimbledon. And then the U.S. Open. They do actually a whole U.S. Open series that leads up to the U.S. Open, which is the last Grand Slam of the year, usually late August, early September. So, and that's a hard court tournament as well, held in New York. So the Grand Slams are the 4 biggest tournaments.
Where do they come up with the name Grand Slam? Do you know?
No, the actual how.
Why is it?
Why Grand Slam instead of the? I don't know.
To top tournament or something.
I don't know. That's a question they'll have to look up.
We'll have to find that out.
So.
And if anybody out there knows,
let us know.
Wants to speculate. And we've already established that it is not named after Denny's breakfast. So, So don't put that one down. Well, it's going to be fun. And the Wimbledon kicks off, or starts, the actual tournament itself
June 29th.
June 29th.
For the main draw.
Was it the 29th, that Monday? Yeah.
Yep.
Because the 27th and 28th, they'll have the pre-event interviews with all the different players.
Right. They have some qualifying starting the week of the 22nd, so.
All right. That'll be exciting. And then it goes on until after the 4th of July.
It does, yes. It's a 2-week tournament. It's a fortnight.
A fortnight. That's right. All right. Well, I think we've covered everything we have for this week.
Yeah, it was a good show. And
great show.
Really good guests. And
And we have, we're looking forward to having Mr. Brower on when he gets here. And
Definitely.
We have a few other people that we're excited about maybe getting on here to talk with us and talk with you and share some information and the coming weeks on This Week on the Courts. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks. It's been fun.
Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening. And
I'm Carol McKee.
And I'm Jesse Daw.
And you are Tennis 605.
Thank you.